I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
That was me trying to do the AfterBuzz song.
We're at home, we're quarantined, and I'm Hollywood Lian. It's my favorite day of the week. Welcome to Real Housewives of Atlanta after show for AfterBuzz TV. I got my girl with me, OK Drew J.
Hey boo, clink clink.
I am so mad that I don't have a drink in front of me. I completely spaced it.
You know, I'm virtually sharing my Pinot Gris with you right now.
I might have to call my boyfriend and tell him to bring me a drink in here. Because we got a lot to talk about. We're in Greece right now. You know, I know we weren't with you guys last week. So, you know, this is our new normal right now. We're all at home for the safety of the public health issue at our hands right now. But we're not going to talk about that because we're escaping right now. We're going to Greece where Nene and Portia have made up privately. Boo, what do you think about this? Because Kenya did have a good point. Let's let the Kenya stans have a little love right now. And Kenya did have a point. She was like, why do Nene and Portia get to make up privately and we got to air our differences out publicly? This seems like a recipe for disaster. And she was right.
Yeah. She did have a point. I think Portia had really good intentions on the situation, but I think this is a relationship I think everyone just needs to let go of and stop trying to make happen. Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not happening.
It's not going to happen. Well, Tanya and Portia, they're hosting a ruins party. And honey, it ruined everything, including the mood. It just did not go well. And this is where the episode ended, you know. Nene just had enough of it. Nene had enough of it. And she was like, get her, Jade. She was just going to go after her. You know what I mean? Kenya wasn't having none of it. She was having none of it.
Kenya just doesn't. I always think it's so funny with Kenya and Nene showdowns because Nene, in my opinion, is the only person who has the same level of bitchiness as Kenya. And so it's always interesting to see Kenya turn into like the victim in those instances. And it was such a like, did Nene do a low blow? Absolutely. I mean,
yeah,
it's a little too fresh to be bringing up the husband and everything. But for Kenya to act like she's never hit below the belt, it's just like, okay, sis.
Exactly. I was just trying. I know that Kenya is a certain strong woman, and you know, she was just not having Nene's apology tour. But you know what? We're at the last leg of the tour, girl. We've toured the whole country, and all the apologies, you know, the shows have been sold out. Why couldn't you just come to the damn show? You know, Nene freaking apologized like 10 times. Like, she really I mean, even when she was screaming, I apologize, those words don't really come out of the freaking mouth of this. I mean, come on, you guys. Come on. You guys know she was trying.
I absolutely think that Nene was in the wrong for the fake spit and for throwing popcorn and whatever. But I do think that if you've been trying to apologize for a while now, and like there's a certain point where it's like, I'm sincere, but I'm not going to keep kissing your behind. And now that you're like trying to make things happen or say that I did things that I didn't do or rephrase what I said to make it fit your narrative, now I'm going to get pissed off, especially after seeing my best friend who cut me off because I was quote unquote shady and whatnot, not hold you to the same standard when you actually are being very belittling of her. Because I don't think Nene was ever trying to belittle Cynthia. I think it just came off like that. But I genuinely think Kenya tries to belittle Cynthia.
I completely agree with you. You know, Nene feels Cynthia let Kenya off the hook way too easily, and that lowers the trigger. She was like, if you're not going to hold her accountable, I'm going to come after her. Like, I'm sure it was hurtful. You know what I mean? And I don't think Cynthia should have let Kenya off the hook so easily. And Kenya was very eloquent, and the apology was beautiful. But it's like, do you get to hurt me and then apologize beautifully and then that's it? Is that just like the normal of our friendship? Like, no,
Right.
girl, you need to be held accountable in the way that I'm gonna be mad at you, and I'm gonna throw some shade at you because you freaking deserve it. Like you were just going above and beyond to make me look stupid. Oh, shrimp and chicken doesn't go with rosé. Newsflash, guess what? It does.
Everything goes with rosé. Stupid. But no, I just feel like, yeah, that was so unnecessary, the wine thing. And she constantly does this thing where she belittles Cynthia and then pretends like, or ruins something for Cynthia and pretends like she doesn't know that she was doing it. And it's just like, how many times is that gonna work? Like, how many times is that excuse gonna be a thing? And then also, what I really don't like about the Kenya situation is that only Kenya gets to lash out when she's hurt.
Yeah.
No one else can lash out when they're hurt. You know, because even her shoving Candy was just
Oh, yeah.
like,
She was getting buck at the end.
yeah. And I was like, Candy's in your corner. Candy's been very rational this entire time. Candy was right in the fact of saying you don't get to say what you want to say and leave. Like you need to, an adult thing to do would be to hear out both sides. And I just don't think Kenya's very adult-like sometimes.
Well, big ass, bully, bitch, bipolar. Kenya brought up bipolar first, and then Nene doubled down with, well, you're bipolar, that's why your husband left you. You know what I mean? To use Kenya's words right now, y'all, you come to a fight with a gun, I'm gonna bring a machine gun. So when Kenya said to Nene, oh, is this bipolar, Nene? Nene doubled down with hurting her with what she's dealing with. You know, and I feel like if Kenya would have taken the apology and the sincerity, or even just the action of apologizing 2 days ago, this blow up wouldn't have happened.
No, for sure. It's funny because I was actually watching this episode with my roommate and she said and she was like, it's so disappointing to see Kenya act like this and be this mean because she's so beautiful and you want to root for her so bad, but she makes it very hard to root for. And I completely agree. There have been times where I loved Kenya. There have been times when Kenya was gone and I was like, I wish Kenya was back on the show. But I think the level of like growth that she's had over the years is non-existent, especially like watching someone like Portia who used to kick people in alleyways, like seeing her be like a beacon of peace, like next to Kenya still doing the same things Kenya was doing years ago. It just kind of like makes me tired of Kenya.
Mark and his nose ring can just twirl on out of here, and he is, honey, he is. Now, the line that really upset Kenya, and we saw it back, but Bravo gave us a little flashback, you know, because we always got to back it up with some little evidence. Bravo was so good at that. So the line was, she's going to have a buffalo. You know, it is implying that Brooklyn is, you know, whatever. So, but Nene did acknowledge that towards the end of the episode. She was like, you know, I don't even remember saying that, but if I did, like, my bad, or you know what I mean? Because you know, when we're mad, we're just saying all sorts of things. You know, I feel like this is the most accountable we've ever had Nene be. Like, you guys, we need to just really relax and take all of it into account. This is like some first time shit right here, you guys.
Yeah, and not to be like the anti-Kenya train, because I'm really not. I will go after whoever I feel is wrong in the scenario. But I really do think as far as the Buffalo comment, I really did, and maybe it's because I'm Southern, but I really took it as she's looking hella pregnant. She's got to be giving birth to something bigger than a baby. Which, like, I've heard that. I've heard giving birth to a buffalo, giving birth to a calf or whatever, like so many times about how big women are when they're pregnant. I didn't take it as like her saying your child is like an animal. It was just like, damn, bitch, you're real pregnant.
Accept my apology, bitch.
Accept my apology. But Candy, I love Candy. I know like there was a while there where if you've been watching us for a while, there's been a while there where like Candy was kind of getting on my nerves. But I really do love Candy because she's very much like she's like Switzerland on everything. Come on, promo. She because she she was just like, you need to do this. You need to hear her out. How many times is she going to apologize before you let this go? Because it's ridiculous to keep requiring apology for the same thing. And I was like, let's go, Candy. Come on, Candy.
We're going to get back into this fight because it recircles in a goddess kind of party. Like, it's just like, let's throw a party and fight. So towards the end, it's just a little bit different. We see a little bit of the producers. I can't wait to get into that. Hopefully, Erica Edwards will join us by then. But if you're just joining us now, we're recapping a little bit of a last episode, and now we're getting into the full-blown depths of Greece here. OK, Drew J and Hollywood Lian here. We're quarantined at home, and we're breaking down Atlanta. I want to talk a little bit about the fashion because I don't want to just make it all negative about Kenya and Nene because we are in Greece, and the only thing we didn't see was beautiful men on the episode. That was the only thing we were missing.
I mean, that one hot producer.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know his name, but I'm shooting my shot forever at him.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing, boo-boo. Candy got me too excited, though. She was like, oh, we're going to go to Lindsay Lohan's beach club. I was dying. I think I even tweeted. I was getting ready. It was so anticlimactic. It was dead. There was nobody there.
Well, maybe it was closed by then.
Yeah,
because her club got shut down.
I think it's seasonal. But everybody was wearing beautiful flowy gowns. Cynthia was rocking some Gucci. I'm sorry we don't have any media for you guys. We're a little limited right now because of what we're dealing with. But, we're giving it to you live right now. So actually, my bad. Let me pull up the live chat so I could say hi to you guys really quickly. It's good to have you guys. Just for a quick second. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it up, though. Let me just see.
Can we just talk about how snatched Marlo looked at the beach, though?
Oh, my God, yes.
Like
that booty was out, girl.
Like, everything was just sitting. And it was just like, I was like, wow. Wow, these women are twice my age.
What's your favorite outfit, babe?
Huh?
Favorite outfit?
From Goddess Night or in general?
Good to have you guys. Just for a quick... Oh, you know what? I can't look at the live chat because then I'll hear my audio back, guys. But I did see that you guys are watching, so thank you so much. Comment below that you watched live, and I will shout you out next time because I want to give you guys some love. We're back live, you guys. This is something we haven't had for a month, so we're gonna. I would say I could see your stuff. Oh, you know what? I could see it on my phone. I'll pull it up because I definitely want to say hi to you guys. So interact with me back, please. I do want to say hi to you guys. Let's move on to the next subject. Which goddess would you be, boo-boo? I think I'm going to be Eros because he is the god of sex and love. So I would be married to Portia, Aphrodite.
I think I'm Hades.
Who?
He was the one of like the underworld, right? Mad, morbid, and like of death and whatnot.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, that's what he was in Hercules. I was feeling it.
Okay, let me see. So Kareen is in the live chat. So I see you guys are watching and not saying hi, so make sure to join us because I can see you guys now in the live chat. Say hi. Hi, CC Freak. Hi. Hey, happy quarantine. All right, yes, my boos are back. All right, so let's get into this. I love when the producers come.
Me too.
And they're all so hot. I hope they get pay raises every freaking season, girl.
I don't know if they watch this, but if they do on the off chance, to the tall, brown skin, kind of muscly man who was consistently holding Nene back over the years, I just want to say hi, what's up? Are you single? What's good?
And this is Atlanta. Let's keep it real. So if you play for my team, holler at me.
No, you get everyone. Absolutely not. If you play for Lian's team, I will be your beard. I don't care.
Woo! He's giving me some Juan Dixon vibes.
No.
Just a tad, not much. Um, I want to just cover a little bit of last week's episode as well because we gotta give the people some love here. I want to give them a full juicy peach, not just like a mediocre peach. So let's talk a little bit of what happened last episode. First of all, I think the whole restaurant dinner in the sky thing is absolutely terrifying, but I would so do it.
Yeah, I'm down to do it. I'm into it.
5-star meal, baby, up in the air.
Anything's fun with enough alcohol.
It, I know, but actually, too much alcohol seems like not a good idea. What if you freaking
Yeah.
fall?
You gotta find like a nice balance in there.
Yeah, exactly. Like so, a little tipsy. Um, CC Freak in the live chat says, I'm tired of Nene getting into the producers. Yeah, but you know what though? I think they're probably getting paid the most money out of all of them. I feel like the producers of Bravo, I think the Atlanta producers and the New York producers get paid the most because they got to do the most. They got to deal with the most.
I will say, as a producer of reality TV, you do get paid pretty well for dealing with talent when needed. So I don't feel bad for them because you kind of know what you're getting into on the job.
Yeah.
And there's lots of perks.
They're on Grease.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's talk about this goddess party. I'm trying to think of like, all right, actually, before we get into that, what do you think about the the Nene Portia makeup? I'm sure some people want to know the opinions on that. I feel like it's the most accountable we've seen Nene.
Absolutely.
I feel like Portia was not going to let her off the hook so easily. She brought up everything, girl, everything. What'd you think about that?
I really missed their friendship, and it made me really sad when they had the falling out because I thought it was one of the more genuine friendships on the show. But what I loved about it more than anything is I just think like we don't give Portia enough credit for how much she's grown as a person, and her being able to effectively like communicate her feelings and like holding Nene accountable, but doing it in a way where she wasn't raising her voice, she wasn't like being over dramatic, like she was able to so like eloquently talk about it. I was just like, damn, this is a different like woman than the woman, we met a couple years ago. So I was proud of her.
Absolutely. Another good point that my friends are bringing up in the live chat. I see you guys are watching. Say hello to me because we're quarantined at home and we're all in this together, you guys. Why Candy called Portia fake for making up with Nene? People can change, and Portia made a grown decision. I completely agree.
Did she call her fake, or was she just like, why are y'all?
Well, Candy seemed like she was sipping on the jealous haterade a little bit for that.
Oh, I felt like Candy was like, why are y'all being secretive, but you want everyone else to be out loud about the, like, I thought she was being like, all right, like, walk the walk since you're talking the talk. I thought that, like, that's how it came off to me, at least.
I feel like because of what's playing out in real life on social media, I'm taking it with that as well. Nene and Candy both have been quarantined at home, just like us, staying out of the public like they're supposed to. And they're being at home on the YouTube, making the channel, making the videos. So they've been reacting to everything that you guys have been saying. Everything that's been being played out on the television, everything that's being played out on Instagram, like they're all responding to everything. Candy and Nene's channel is probably flourishing. So since I'm giving them a shout out, hopefully Nene and Candy will give us a shout out. I've started my YouTube channel up this week as well, girl.
Cheers to that.
Drew's trying to become a TikTok star. Oh,
or I just get drunk and get on TikTok. The world may never know.
Girl, I was just watching like a thing on TikTok and it's becoming so huge. So I wouldn't even mind blowing up on it. All the housewives are starting to get on it. I saw a little TikTok with Mike Hill and Cynthia. He was wearing gray sweatpants. He did some extra moves at the end, trying to show up that gray sweatpants snake. I see you, Mike Hill. You ain't slick.
We ain't mad at it though.
CC Freak said that Candy called her fake on the after show. So
okay.
It happens. Let's get into this goddess party. First of all, I understand the Greek theme. Like the ruins party didn't go well. So what makes you think another Greek themed party was going to go well?
The
And this
fashion.
one is a recipe for disaster. Are you kidding me? You want to act out some problems?
That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. It's a real bad idea.
It's a Greek tragedy. How about the whole thing is a Greek tragedy, but we don't need to act it out? Why don't we just put on some masks and like run around the pool or something? Like, what?
I just feel like if you guys really wanted it to be worked out, have the same energy with both parties. Like, you know, like why are people scared to tell Kenya what's good? Like in all seriousness, especially I just feel like if you all truly care about this friendship, why don't you be like, look, both of y'all are being stupid. Let this go. You know, they're just so like, oh, let's dance around it, let's tiptoe around it, let's act it out. And it's like, no, this is stupid.
I don't know. I just thought it was. I don't know. I really feel like I don't want to piss anybody off, but I really feel like Kenya was a sour apple. I feel like everybody was on board. Everybody was playing the game. You know, Nene knows that Kenya is a piece of work, and vice versa. Kenya thinks that Nene is a piece of work, vice versa. But the difference between both of them at the moment, current events, y'all, current events, is that you have to play the housewives game, and that includes fighting with people, but it also includes making up with people. You gotta make up with people because we like a full circle moment. Look what happened on Real Housewives of Orange County. Like now they don't even have those same people on. They've been fired because you can't drag out storylines for years. We get tired of that shit. You gotta make up with Mimi eventually. Imagine the two queens of Atlanta, loosely, the two queens of Atlanta like joining together and like creating like a huge like united front. Like I think we would be gagged, you know? Like I don't know, like what is your freaking problem, Kenya? Just make up with Nene.
At least be cordial with her. Because like Candy brought up a great. Can you hear that echo? Okay. Candy brought up a great point where she was like, you know, Kenya, there have been worse situations that have been overcome. Like, you need to let this go. Because if Candy can get over someone falsely accusing her of rape, I think you can get over being called a buffalo.
Oh my God.
If that's what it's really about.
That was good in the episode when she just brought that up all of a sudden, was like, actually. I've been accused of the worst thing ever in all of the Housewives history. Someone accused me of freaking rape. And like she could have really doubled down and been like drugging and raping someone.
Yeah.
Really laying it on thick.
But, you know.
I don't know. I feel like this wasn't a good idea. So the girls let the other girls know this was going to happen. Nene seems like she's on board at first. She's like, all right, honey, you act it out. You get that Emmy. Like, you do your thing. But looking back on it, it did seem like, this is not going to go good.
Yeah, well, because I also think, like, there's only so many times that I'm going to come understanding. I'm going to be apologetic. I'm going to be sympathetic. And if you can't hear me out, then that's on you. And I don't want to watch someone act it out because that's annoying because I've tried to be the bigger person so many times and now it's becoming a joke, but I've been a willing participant this entire time. It's been you that hasn't been. Yep. So it's like, I would be annoyed too.
I completely agree. So before we can even get into it, they're all looking gorgeous, by the way. Boobies all out. Boobies out. Before they can even get into it, Nene's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And then Portia gave us that little montage of the back of the head. If you see Nene's back of her head, she is gone. And she left, and that's when the producers intervened. We saw a little glimpse of what we've seen in other episodes and other seasons where these lovely men, they're all pretty fit and tall too. they come in and they intervene and they're like, where are you going? And they try to corral that circus back in. I don't know. I feel like Nene should have stayed just as much as Kenya should have stayed the night before, you know?
No, she absolutely should have. But the way I didn't like how they reacted with her leaving in comparison to like Kenya leaving, because I was like, again, you all don't carry the same energy, and that's obnoxious. And also, I was annoyed because the entire time that they were trying to resolve issues, Kenya didn't own up to like anything with any conversation that she had. You know, it didn't own up to Marlo, even though Marlo was trying to own up to where she was wrong, and she didn't own up with Tanya.
Yeah.
She just doesn't think she's wrong ever.
My God, let's talk a little bit about those makeups because you know, we talked about Cynthia and Kenya's, and you know, I think we both agreed that Cynthia didn't really hold Kenya to the fire like she should have. Pissing Nene off. What did you think about the Marlo Tanya thing? What did you think about Marlo and Kenya the night before as well? Before we get into this last bit,
The Marlo and Kenya thing doesn't really bother me because like Marlo can hold her own, you know, and Marlo kind of has earned a lot of the animosity from Kenya because Marlo's hit below the belt many times. You know, Kenya and Marlo go toe to toe. Tanya absolutely deserved an apology, 5,000%. Like, and the fact that Kenya like danced around it and tried to act like it was the same level of like shade is like absurd to me, especially for you to be going through everything that you're going through, for you to still like not understand why Tanya would have an issue with what you were doing. It's just like, girl, you're delusional.
Yeah. And she was getting turned up. There were shots on the table and they were just kept doing them. I feel like Nene the whole night before with the spitting thing and everything, she was drunk.
Mm-hmm. But she didn't even like, I mean, the actor looked like, knowing me, if someone even tried to spit at me, I would still be feeling some type of way. But she didn't actually spit on you. So like,
and I know everyone's going to get mad at me and everyone's going to think I'm sticking up for her, but Nene's no pumpkin, okay? She's no pumpkin from Flavor of Love. I feel like the reason that she even got to the action of spitting is because she was having popcorn in her mouth and those seeds were in her mouth. And she was like, girl.
Yeah, I think she was trying to lodge a seed at her. I don't think she was actually trying to hawk a loogie and spit at her, but it still was like not okay.
Well, like Candy said, I would have whooped her ass.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. I might be like, oh yeah, Nene was just trying to spit a seed at her. That doesn't mean that I'm not saying like, you know, with every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if I'm taking the risk of acting like that and trying to spit a seed at someone, I'm also taking the risk that they're gonna get up and slap me across the face. So as much as you guys think that I might be on Nene's side, I also like wouldn't be mad at Kenya if she got up and slapped the hoe. You know what I mean?
Exactly. As my mama says, don't start none, there won't be none.
Exactly. But the only difference, I feel like Kenya would have pushed it to the very limit and probably got Nene fired / arrested. And we would have had a locked up abroad situation. And I've seen Locked Up Abroad. That shit's scary. That's a real horror movie right there. So here's the thing about it, you guys. When you buy a ticket to a theater show, it's because you've made a reservation of some sort. You've bought the ticket, you're expecting a show, you're going to see a show. But when you go to a party and then all of a sudden everyone says sit down because we're going to put on a show, hold up a second, what's happening here? I thought we was drinking. Now I got to watch you perform? What is this, show and tell? Like, I understand where they're coming from. And then for you to be like, oh, it's about you? I kind of get it. Nene was being a little bit of a baby, though, because everybody else stayed. Yeah. But Kenya was being a baby the night before as well. So what do y'all want to do? You know, like it's a 1-for-1 kind of thing. They're both wrong. We got a couple minutes left. Let's talk about the preview for next episode. I'm so glad Candy's on the Shy. This is awesome. I can't wait to see it. And the sex scene apparently is really hot, and Todd is upset over it.
Yeah, and after seeing Candy's bod in a couple of scenes from this episode, I was like, my roommate and I are like, wow, Candy is so hot. So I definitely will be tuning into that episode of The Shy. I'm like an entire season behind, but I will be watching it again just to see Candy.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be watching it for Candy. And if you want to watch Candy right now, other than Real Housewives of Atlanta, check her out on The Masked Singer because she
Yes.
is so the freaking Masked Singer, I'm telling you.
Oh my God, she's absolutely on that show.
What is she? She's like the Night Angel or something.
Yeah, it's like something weird. But like the first time I heard her sing, I was like, that's Candy. And you can't tell me otherwise.
I know. The first time I heard her sing, I was like, I fly above the drama, fly above the drama. I do feel like Ace broke my heart a little bit, seeing his little face cry. And I do feel like Candy is so busy. So I feel like it would be easy to feel like you're not really there for your children because you're probably not. Even Riley was like, you don't even have time for us. What do you think about that?
Yeah, the Ace thing broke my little heart. I was like, oh my God, stop. Let me hug him. He's so precious. And I instantly thought of the Riley situation because I was like, this is what Riley was telling you about. Like, maybe listen to your 16-year-old who's already been through the ringer with you.
Yep.
And like, when she's like, hey, you didn't have enough time to do anything with me. Now you're bringing in a whole other baby. And can we talk about how she like wants to keep her surrogate around really quick?
For what?
She wants to hire her.
Oh no, honey. That's gonna form an emotional attachment. I don't want
I'm
my
torn
baby
on
thinking
it.
you're her mama. Get out of here.
I'm torn on it. I don't know.
I don't think I could go for that. I don't want my baby thinking that you're his mama. I don't think
That's
so.
true. But genetically, it's your child. It's your
I
egg.
know, but still, there's like a what do they call it? A conflict of interest.
Yeah.
What else did we see in that preview? Do you remember?
Nene showed up to one of Portia's events.
Oh my god, that was funny. Nene and Portia's little relationship blooming again is making me happy. It's making my
I
heart
love it.
better. I love this relationship.
Love it.
I think
I remember. I think that's like everything.
Well, Kenya was not going to let anybody into the safe zone. Not even Marlo. She was like, I brought a marching band to your business because you brought up my freaking family. So I can't wait to have Danny B and Erica in here. They're going to give us all of their opinions.
Yes.
Any predictions for what we're going to see? Because this is towards the end now. When the cast trip is over, we only have a couple episodes and then we get to the reunion. But right now, the reunion has been postponed because of what we're dealing with. So what are your predictions playing into the factor that the reunion has been postponed? So the energy is just high still. The dust hasn't settled. So what do you predict based on that?
I think if these ladies are anything like me, I think this quarantine is allowing you to think about a lot of life choices, a lot of relationships with people, and you might get mad all over again about certain things. So I think we're definitely going to have some charged up ladies for this reunion. I actually have some really big tea on Kenya that I'm not allowed to share quite yet, but I'll be able to within the next week or so. And
I remember.
It's like an exclusive.
Ooh, I love exclusives.
So I can't talk about that yet, but I think that's going to be something that makes a big wave itself. With Kenya in her future with Real Housewives. So I definitely think we're going to see a big Nene Kenya showdown again at some point, probably the reunion, because I think they're both in their bags a lot right now. And it's kind of like who's the bigger HBIC?
Yeah. Well, I think they're both crazy. They're both really big personalities. And, at the end of the day, I'm going to go with Nene just because I've been watching her longer. And, Kenya did some things this season that I'm not going to let go of. You know what I mean? Like, Nene is good when she's good and she's bad when she's bad. But Kenya is even bad when she's good. Like, how are you gonna come after Cynthia when she's not even doing anything to you? You know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff I can't get past. You're a freaking hater. You're a hater.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say about that.
Team Twirl's gonna come for our necks.
Twirl on over to the Instagram. Drew, where can we find you and what do you want to promote?
Well, when I'm not drinking wine in my quarantined home, you guys can find me on all the things at OKDrewJ.
And you guys know that you guys can always find me, for now, quarantined in my room. But I'm going to have some new YouTube videos, a new podcast, but I'm never going to let go of my baby. Make sure to catch me on Wednesdays. It's Bravo Bitch Podcast on Instagram. Make sure to follow that account. And I'm going to be live. It's Bravo Bitch Wednesdays at 2 p.m. A huge Bravo star this Wednesday. I'll give you a clue. Shores of Sunset, darling. So make sure to tune into that. And we'll be back next week covering Atlanta with the entire panel. Erica will be back. She had some technical problems. Danny will be back. She was settling in back at home. So once she gets set up, she'll be live with us. Drew, thank you so much for joining me. A pleasure as always, darling.
Of course.
Sending you love from the other side of the valley.
Same seas.
Bree, we love you. AfterBuzz fans, thank you so much for joining us live. Stay safe, you guys. Honestly, wash your hands. Just stay inside. The quicker and the longer we all stay inside, the quicker this will all be over. So we love you guys. Thank you, Maria and Kevin. And we'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye, AfterBuzzers.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.